you leave good music. You put out movies on demand too, which had Q-Tip.
One first,
right? And then two comes out. 2 has Q-Tip, Phife, Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some big firepower on this project.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was around that time you accused Pusha T of stealing some of your lines. There was some back and forth over that.
Yeah, we had a back and forth. That was the first. That was the first rodeo.
Yep. And I think around that time you were beefing with Q-Tip as well. So there was
It was a lot it was a lot happening.
A lot happening.
It was a lot of moving parts happening. And you know, like I said, I didn't get any records for Cons TV, and maybe not even a year later, ironically, Q-Tip was a good music artist and saying that there was going to be a Cruel Winter, which never came out. And that was the shadiest shit ever. It was. I mean, I resolved with it, and he and I have resolved it with it, but it was shady as fuck. And from the person who said rule number 4080, record company people are shady, and you did that to your cousin? Your cousin? Nigga who did anything for you. And you knew I was having a baby at the time. This is when Kaden was being born. I was furious, yo. I was furious. I was more mad about that than the project with the Uma not coming out. Because the thing is, like, this is my block. This is my block. It's my block. I put in the work for this block to be a block. It wasn't a block when I got here. We just spent at least a half an hour. Right, I'm gonna get a ticket and everything. We just spent a half an hour at least just on the specifics of this being my block. And not because I'm saying it's my block, because of the little work that I put in to develop and help it become something. And even to this day, we're gonna get to that, I'm sure, but that's why you see me take the positioning that I take. And I'm a person who can forgive, but I will acknowledge what has occurred. I'm not the secret keeper, and I'm not sweeping nothing under the rug. Those are the two things that I'm not doing as a grown man. I'm not secret keeping if I don't want to, and I'm not sweeping anything under the rug unless it's at the cost of someone's outright dignity. But things that have occurred, I have a right to express my displeasure or discomfort or concern about.
Well, you and Kanye work out your differences. You and Q-Tip work out your differences. Right. And I guess by 2015, you and Pusha T work out your differences because Kanye is getting ready to do Life of Pablo, and you guys work on that.
All correct.
Right. Now, 2016, Kanye puts out Life of Pablo, and you worked on which songs on that?
I'm trying to think. I worked on everything. I don't know if I actually placed. I think we were just reconnecting, but I wrote a verse to Fade, but it was a different version. I wrote a verse to Feedback. I wrote a verse to Famous. And I actually, and there was another record with Kendrick Lamar that had occurred that never came out. But those three I worked on. And, but that was more of a reconnect. Because, you know, I mean, the time period of me leaving, it got nasty. Yeah. And I actually, in that time period is when I got the #1 record with Beyoncé for Party. But it was, and once again, it's like the same thing with Stressed Out. It was like, that was the situation also where it was like, I didn't really get to celebrate and be celebrated the way that I should have been. Because the drama superseded the fact that a motherfucker from Tribe gave Beyonce, was part of Beyonce getting a number one single at radio. Nobody else in Tribe has that. I didn't even get a rally from them niggas. Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm sorry. Q-Tip definitely congratulated me. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, because I'm not here to lie on nobody, and I don't have any venom, so I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. But Q-Tip definitely, actually, when we squashed it, come to think of it, he did. For that, we went out to dinner. He took me out to dinner and was like, "Yo, congratulations! I'm proud of you for that shit. I want to squash this shit."
Dope.